So welcome back. We're going to continue on our build of our Windows Server 2016 server. Um, we've gotten the server installed. Now the next step is to set a static IP and enable remote desktop so that we can get into the server remotely. We won't have to use the VMware console anymore to get into the server. Let's switch back to our VMware console here. So setting these up is pretty much just like any other server would be. Well, first let's enable remote desktop. So, oop, here, go into settings. The easiest way I found is go into settings. There we go. And type in remote. And then it should ask you about setting up. Allow remote access to your computer. Should bring up the settings for that. There it is. So allow remote connections. Okay. Since we've only got one user and the administrator already has access, as it says, we really don't need to add anything more. So we can click OK, click apply, OK. And that basically enables remote desktop for it. So now we can go into our internet network, into change your adapter options, right click, go to properties, go to IPv4, properties, use the following IP address. So from our topology, we'll look at our topology here. We see that the IP address we want is 10.10.100.9, and this is a /24. Rack. Use 10.10.100.9. Subnet mask is /24, so 255.255.255.0. Default gateway. The default gateways are .254, so 10.10.100.254. And in this case, we actually won't put a preferred DNS because it's going to be our DNS server. We don't really need to worry about it going out. And this, on my home lab, this actually does not have access to the internet, so it's not going to be able to get out to a public DNS anyways. Click OK. Click close. And now we should have this on our network. You can click yes to make it discoverable. No internet access. And that should complete our setup of RDP and our internet access. Hold on. Just for a verification, let's go in and actually open a command line and ping the 10.100.254, the default gateway, and we get a reply from there. And just to make sure we're routing, we can actually get off of that network. Let's do ping the, I believe that's the phone VLAN. And we get pings there too. so we can actually route traffic. So that's all there is to setting up our static IP and configuring our RDP. Now what it allows us to do if we want to is RDP in from a different PC. And that way we don't have to keep going through our remote console. Let me see if I can show you that also. I will have to demonstrate the RDP later. I don't have it so I can share it in my screen capture here. So I'll have to set that up at a later time and show how RDP works. But I think most people understand launch MSTSE, go in, launch your RDP session, log in, and everything's good from there. So now that we've configured our static IP and our remote desktop, we can move on to configuring AD. I'm going to stop this video and start the next one.